restarts in the first half were fun. I was trying to kind of all figure it out, and then was surprised the second half ran as long as it did too. So got crazy at the end, but able to get a top 5 again here 3 years in a row, 5th. Would like to be better, but I felt like our car was better. Just a good point to work on it, try and get better for the other short tracks.
We'll open it up for questions. Start with Zach.
Zach Sterniel on NASCAR.com. Kyle, just the fact that we got this race in this weekend, the decision to move it to Saturday night, what did you think about it, and just the fact that we were able to do something like this so flexibly?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I was not planning on racing anything other than a heat race today, and had no thought that running the whole race was actually an option. So Cliff had asked me if I'd heard the rumors or whatever around 11:30 or so, and that got me excited. So I'm happy that they were able to do that, and obviously I'm sure it they take a huge financial hit, NASCAR does, but I think at the same point the crowd is awesome out there for a spur of the moment race and your free admission and all that. So hopefully a lot of these fans who've maybe never been to a race before, will now fall in love with the sport and venture out and kind of grow from there. So, maybe this could accidentally work out really well for NASCAR.
Accidentally work out.
Cool. We'll go to Daniel.
Daniel McFadin, Frontstretch.com. Kyle, so can you explain what maybe happened between you and Bubba that sent him around there in the last few laps?
Well, so he was really fast there on one of the long runs there at the end, and I let him go because he was way faster. And then the restarts get crazy. I think it was the second last restart, and I was able to get in front of him, and then the leaders started racing, and that was right when Ty Gibbs got back in line, and Bubba just decided to run through me. And sent me through Ty and spun him. So I hated that because, we're running 5th, 6th, and 7th. I just thought we would kind of just settle in and get to the finish. But, yeah, so, and then, there I was just like, okay, whatever. It's the style of this racing. And then, I haven't seen any of the replays from the last restart. But he got me again, and then got me again the next corner. So I think at that point, I was 3 times in my none. So I wanted to get him back before the checkered. I wasn't trying to spin him out or anything. I was just trying to shove him through the corner like he was doing me, and he ended up going around. So product of this racing and finally reaching my limit, I guess. But, just how it goes.
And if this is the last clash that's held here, how would you sum up this 3-year experiment in Southern California?
Yeah, no, I haven't heard what the plans for the future of this event is, but if it has ran its course, I think I applaud NASCAR. I think they've done pulled this off in a great way. I would have never expected the first year that it would have been as legit as it is, and the atmosphere is great. It was not expecting the atmosphere to even be this cool tonight. So there's definitely a place for this style event, I think, in our sport. For the Clash or whatever. If it moves around to different states or countries or whatever. So, they've proven that they can do it. They've proven that they can get a crowd. They've, and it's a very diverse crowd out there. I just walked through it to get to here, and, having the Mexico Series here also is a great thing too. So, I hope they can take this kind of model and move it around and grow it and try and broaden our fan base some.
Thank you.
We'll go to Lee, then we'll go to Adam.
Oh, I'm waiting.
Oh, you're good. Okay, we'll go to Adam.
Adam Carabine, RacingRefresh.com. With this being the last race with the 2023 short track package, is there much that you can take from this sort of exhibition style race that you can carry forward to the short tracks this year?
Honestly, I didn't even know what package we had this weekend. I just assumed it was the normal short track pack or the new one. So no, I don't know. I think we're going too slow here anyways to get a feel for the aerodynamic changes if they were to take the spoiler off or do anything to the car. So no, I don't think there's much you can learn. Just more on probably the car geometry and stuff like that with your setup that way. But the aero changes I don't think would have made a difference at all.
Any questions up from the press box? Okay, we'll go in the back to Brian.
Brian Twining, Bedford's Media Group. Like you said, you and Bubba kind of got into it at the end there, but I mean, with this being an exhibition race, do you think the drivers are a little more open to forgive and forget because now you have like a pretty extended break before you get into Daytona and the actual real racing?
I don't know. I mean, obviously Bubba and I have had a history in the past, so I'm sure, or I don't really know. You know, I mean, hopefully forgive and forget. I mean, like I said, he ran through me 3 times. I was just the one who happened to get him at the end. So I hope he understands that part of it. But given our history, who knows? But I'm over it. I probably would have been over it too if roles were reversed and I ran through him 3 times and he finally spun me out the last corner. So. But we have different personalities too. We all do out there. So everybody handles it differently. So, but yeah, no, I mean, it's just a product of this racing, really. I mean, I try to tell myself to let things slide a little bit more, just knowing that, you know, hits are coming from behind and stuff. But usually when you're out there, you can get a good sense of, you know, when it's happening from the car directly behind you or 4 back. So, yeah, it's just kind of the way it goes with this race and yeah, so it's just the clash.
We'll go to Jeff, and then we'll go to Bob up in the press box.
A couple of years ago, you know, there was so much talk about like the low speed impacts with this car, you know, were really causing some of the head problems and the impacts were so jarring. There was a lot of contact tonight. Is that a thing of the past? Do those still hurt?
Well, I mean, it doesn't feel like the old style car because you would have never done that with the old style car. You know, we wouldn't be running into the back of people because we would damage our cars. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think about, you know, that much during the race, but it definitely felt a little bit softer. You know, the direct hits from behind compared to last year, it's still, you know, it's still a lot. But I would say, yeah, it felt a little bit softer. So, you know, it makes a difference. And hopefully over time, if we have another next gen car, we can keep all that in mind and make something even softer and safer and all that.
Okay, we'll go up to the press box for Bob.
Yeah, Kyle, they changed the mufflers for this race. I'm curious if you could tell any difference with the heat.
I wasn't sweating at all after the race, and I don't remember being crazy hot last year either, but probably a little bit hotter than this year. So, yeah, I mean, I would say it had to have been an improvement, and I know fans hate it, but I love mufflers on these Cup cars. I think they're too loud, so yeah, keep them coming.
Kyle, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
This is Austin Dillon, driver of the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.